Black Pearl, Black Venus, Creole Goddess, Josephine Baker. Whatever you call her, Josephine Baker was absolutely and undeniably stunning. But what was perhaps even more beautiful than her was the way she used her wealth and international fame to revolutionize racial relations. Josephine Baker's leadership in civil rights and the development of her Rainbow Tribe proved that racial harmony is attainable when people are not oppressed by discrimination. Born in St. Louis, Missouri, Josephine Baker caught the eye of the white and black public while dancing in her iconic banana skirt in 1920s America. Baker toured America and Europe for years as a successful and internationally known star at a time where a black celebrity was unheard of. Later she worked as a spy and performed for troops for the French resistance in World War II. By 1947, Josephine Baker was finally ready to settle down. She and her fourth husband, Joe Bouillon, purchased the rundown Chateau de Milan in Castelnau-la-Chapelle, France. Josephine Baker continued on her worldwide tours, frequenting the United States with hope that her homeland would soon accept her as a colored celebrity. Unfortunately, time after time, Baker was faced with American rejection. Though Baker had established her image as a peaceful civil rights activist, controversy followed her everywhere. The effectiveness of her leadership and influence she had on others was interpreted as a threat to American patriotism.
And then when she did come back to the U.S., she kind of made a point of being in people's faces, and so that she wasn't being a good little black girl.
In 1951, Josephine Baker and some friends, including actress Grace Kelly, went to the Stork Club in New York City. Baker was originally denied service until the smallest stake was brought out on her behalf. Enraged by the racist policies the club had against black patrons, Baker reported the Stork Club to the NAACP, or the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, with whom she had previously been corresponding. In Baker's report, she mentioned that her acquaintance, Walter Winchell, a New York Daily Mirror gossip columnist, did nothing to help her. In retaliation, Winchell published hate columns against Baker, which would lead to an investigation on not just the incident, but Baker herself. Winchell claimed Josephine Baker a communist. Although Baker's name in America would be cleared, Josephine Baker would not return to the United States for 12 years. A year after the Stork Club incident, Baker adopted a child from a Japanese orphanage. 2 years after that, in 1954, she announced in Copenhagen, Denmark, that she planned to adopt a boy from every continent. This gesture of humanity, as she called it, would soon grow beyond anyone's expectations. By 1963, Josephine Baker had adopted 11 of what would become 12 children from different countries. To the public, this family would be known as the Rainbow Tribe. To Josephine Baker, her commitment to civil rights would not diminish under the burden of children. Josephine Baker returned to the United States for an appearance at the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom.
And now, to show the international character of the struggle in which we are currently engaged, I would like to introduce to you Miss Josephine Baker.
I want you to know that this is the happiest day of my entire life. You're together as salt and pepper, just as you should be, just as I've always wanted you to be, and peoples of the world have always wanted you to be.
Baker was informally asked by Coretta Scott King, the wife of American civil rights movement leader Martin Luther King, to be the successor of her husband after he was murdered on April 4th. Baker declared she was honored, yet she declined the offer. More than likely, she was ready to lead the tribe back home in France to demonstrate racial harmony to the public.
She was thinking very clearly about what sorts of political activities were allowed to adult black women at this particular moment in time. And there were very few. She's getting older. She's not able to maintain her stage performance. She can no longer dance as she once did. And she seems to have had a political interest in bringing together children of different races under one roof and trotting them out publicly as a kind of civil rights initiative.
Over the months and then years, Les Moulins became an attraction for the French public and reporters from around the world. These visitors could watch Baker interact lovingly with her children, watch the kids play, or admire the house and pets, all for a small fee, of course. Baker's demonstration of racial harmony was not contained to her large home. Baker brought the children on international tours. The Rainbow Tribe would meet Cuban leader Fidel Castro and the Pope. Josephine Baker led her demonstration of racial harmony all over the globe. Josephine Baker's wild spending and child hoarding drove her and Joe Bouillon into financial difficulty. Bouillon divorced Baker, leaving Les Moulins with little money. Baker lost her Chateau de Milan, forcing her back to performing regularly. As the Rainbow Tribe grew older, they grew apart from Baker. She wasn't a mother to them, and they raised each other. One of her children claimed, "She was too possessive. We weren't allowed to develop the way we wanted to."
To know who was that woman I've loved so much, and sometimes I could have strangled her with my own hands, because she could be so exasperating.
Up to a certain point, everything worked as if it was the execution of a script. And in public, the children would act like well-rehearsed actors.
By most standards, Josephine Baker was not the perfect mother. It seemed as if she loved the idea of having children more than actually being a mother to her children.
Ils vont venir vous voir pendant le spectacle?
Non, ils font leurs études.
Vous regrettez?
Que les enfants ne viennent pas? Eh bien, c'est difficile de dire parce qu'en ce moment, avec mes répétitions, le travail, il est bon qu'ils ne sont pas là. Parce que quand je suis avec mes enfants, j'oublie tout. Il n'y a que mes enfants qui comptent. Et en ce moment, il faut quand même j'ai du calme et de tranquillité pour pouvoir me donner entièrement à mon public de Paris.
Although the raising of the Rainbow Tribe is controversial, it is no doubt an effective demonstration of racial harmony, proving Josephine Baker's hypothesis of racial relations. Josephine Baker's leadership in the military would be recognized in her awards and a funeral with full military honors, the first American native to earn this in France. Henry and Claude de la Barre keep Baker's legacy alive, keeping the Les Moulins Museum open to tourists. On Baker's 100th birthday, sculptor Chowsky displayed his statue of Josephine Baker holding her first child to remind the French of her idea of racial understanding. In America, Josephine Baker's legacy is most commonly recognized by her impersonations of her banana skirt and dancing, and other lookalikes like singer Rihanna at the 2013 Fashion Awards. The image of Josephine Baker is also shown to our children. But a concept that Josephine Baker is undeniably responsible for is her idea of racial harmony. The type of civil rights that America was fighting for during her lifetime were for social and legal equality. Josephine Baker took that a step further, seeing that races would not simply tolerate each other, but behave and mix like civilized people, or a family, to achieve greater things. Although her demonstration of the Rainbow Tribe is extreme, Josephine Baker publicly implemented the idea of interracial families. Before the Rainbow Tribe, it was unheard of to adopt children of a different country, let alone one of a different color, culture, language, or religion. Josephine Baker put her career and reputation on the line when she adopted her Rainbow Tribe and spoke out against racism. Although this brought consequences to her professional and personal life, her ability to continue leading international racial harmony gave her great honor. So whether it is from watching her dance in a banana skirt, or from accumulating children in her chateau in France, Josephine Baker's legacy of racial harmony remains alive around the world today.